The alien was in heat on the main road, causing it to be hit by a truck the next moment. Unexpectedly, the incident proved to be a blessing in disguise, granting the alien the ability to foresee the future. It saw a doctor being tried in court after accidentally causing a patient's death, and subsequently getting fired. Roger described what he had seen, but the doctor was highly confident that he would never cause anyone's death. Then, the patient in the next bed passed away. Roger went home and immediately told his family about the incident. However, they did not believe him. Around that time, Stan invited the family to visit the safety museum. Roger foresaw the future, and discovered that a riot would break out at the museum, leading to a massive explosion that would kill every member of Stan's family. Roger tried to persuade everyone not to go, but no one listened to him. So, Stan's family went to the museum.
Do you want to come up to my hotel room?
Sure.
Just as they were about to continue their tour, an elderly man who had been fired decided to seek revenge on society out of anger. Stan's family rushed to escape. The old man kept shooting, which eventually ignited a fire in the museum. The family felt utterly hopeless. Unexpectedly, Roger came to their rescue. Using his ability to foresee the future, he quickly directed everyone to follow his instructions. The family members gathered the necessary equipment, and Roger attached a fire extinguisher to the back of a wheelchair, using it as a propulsion device to crash through the window and lead everyone to survival. Stan's family finally believed in Roger's ability. They then began to leverage Roger's power to make money. The family grew increasingly dependent on Roger's abilities. Even Stan would ask Roger to check for dangers before going swimming, and Steve would ask Roger whether he had put too much salt in his salad. Roger grew overwhelmed. He decided to go out for a drive. The family did not want Roger to leave, so Roger had to warn them that they would die if they stepped outside. Finally, no one tried to stop him. While Roger was out driving, he was hit by another car and fell into a coma for 3 weeks, even losing his ability to foresee the future. By the time Roger returned home, the house had become completely dilapidated. Stan was going to attend a barbecue party, but he was extremely nervous because he didn't have suitable everyday clothes. Wearing casual outfits made him look like a fool, so he ended up going to the party in formal attire. The director thought Stan was feeling cold, so he asked him to handle the grilling. Standing next to the grill, Stan was sweating all over from the heat and could hardly see clearly. He even used a piece of beef to cool himself down, then eventually collapsed. Helpless, Stan had to turn to Roger for help. Roger immediately adopted his designer persona and crafted a casual outfit for Stan on the spot. After putting it on, Stan looked very hip-hop and loved how it felt. When Stan tried to thank him, Roger said all he wanted was to sit and have a drink together, so Stan went off to enjoy the party. Returning home, Stan declared himself the king of the party. Everyone loved his outfit so much that he decided to host another round at home. However, Stan forgot about his promise to Roger, which made Roger furious. Stan even started wearing casual clothes to work. Surprisingly, his boss didn't mind at all. In fact, he openly expressed his approval, but Roger accused Stan of breaking their agreement. Stan complained that Roger was being too clingy.
I'll cling to you for that remark.
Roger condemned Stan for his ingratitude and declared he would never make clothes for him again. As luck would have it, Stan's outfit soon fell apart. To convince Roger to design for him again, Stan promised to be available whenever Roger needed him. While Stan was working at the CIA, he suddenly received a call from Roger and had to leave immediately. When he was playing with Steve, Roger called again. Even when he was about to be intimate with Francine, Roger interrupted, this time peering through a hole he made in the ceiling. While having a drink at the bar, Roger dragged Stan away abruptly because he wanted to be alone with him. Eventually, Stan decided to buy Roger's design sketches. Roger took this as an insult, stripped Stan naked, left him without a single piece of clothing, and burned all the designs. Klaus became a master hypnotist. He hypnotized everyone in the town. Everywhere, people were praising Klaus. Anyone who said something that upset Klaus would be taken away. Francine, who hated Klaus the most, was also under his control. But Francine suddenly woke up inside a water bucket. It turned out that Roger had rescued her. To save her family, Francine and Roger returned to the town. But Francine couldn't stop herself from insulting Klaus, and someone overheard her. Francine tried to run away, but she was blocked by Naffer. Francine immediately turned and fled in the opposite direction. Naffer chased after her like a dog. Francine escaped into a restaurant. Unexpectedly, Stan and Haley were eating there. Francine tried to wake them up, but they accused her of betraying Klaus. This led to everyone turning against Francine, and she was captured. Suddenly, a smoke bomb appeared, and Francine disappeared. It turned out she had been saved by a man who kept cats. The man gathered information through his cats. They had recently learned a spell to break the hypnosis. Francine decided to save the town, but before leaving, she wanted to play with the cats for a while. After a pleasant time, Francine finally began her mission. She returned home and chanted the spell. Her family quickly returned to their senses and began to resent Klaus. Klaus was enjoying a massage from Jeff when suddenly Francine appeared and chanted the spell. Jeff also snapped out of the hypnosis. Francine declared that Klaus was finished, but unexpectedly, Stan betrayed them. Francine was shocked. It turned out Stan was impressed by Klaus's abilities and decided to support him. To her surprise, Haley agreed too, but Francine still had a plan. After defeating Stan, she spoke the spell over the town's broadcast system. Everyone woke up. Klaus claimed it was useless, but then Francine played a recording of Klaus's terrible talk show. Everyone began to resent Klaus, and Klaus had no choice but to leave alone.
This guy's a loser!